right, quiet down, class. Let's get started. What? Actually, I missed the talking. Keep talking. It's okay. That's quite all right. I miss it so much. Can you guys believe 7 weeks ago we started this and I wore a wig just like this? That was 7 weeks ago. This is the real thing now. Oh, boy. All right, everybody. Happy Monday. Almost done. I got a big, long quote of the week for you. Here's a letter to students of the 21st century. Every one of these sentences could be a quote of the week. Are you ready? All right, here we go. I challenge you to remain in school and get a good education. A world of opportunities and unimaginable possibilities are attainable if you properly prepare yourself for these challenging times. A good education is the greatest gift you can give yourself. If you respect and love yourself, you will do this. If you want the best life possible for yourself and your loved ones, you will do this. Education will determine your lifestyle, your standard of living, and your eventual outcome in this life. For some, it will not be easy. It will take extra doses of motivation, determination, discipline, courage, and persistence. But nothing is accomplished without a struggle. Remind yourself every day that your future is at stake. Believe in yourself and the philosophy of, yes, I can. Education is the great equalizer. Education will allow you to catch up, stay up, or get ahead. Once you have knowledge and information, it is yours to use, to explore, to create, to inspire. Educated people are more likely to live healthier and longer lives. Here are the 3 secrets to acquiring a good education. 1, attend school every day. 2, behave properly when in school. And 3, do the classwork and homework to the best of your ability. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. All right, here we go. Let's finish this off. I believe we got to talk about the 3rd page of your test, Chapter 10 test. Here we go. First of all, I got to apologize, everybody. That question 8 was a little confusing, wasn't it? The question said, the prisms are similar. What is the surface area of prism A? Should have said prism B. And guess what? I fixed that last year. I changed it on here. I changed it on my computer. But I made copies from an old version of the test. So if you didn't understand number 8 or you did the wrong thing, my fault. Don't you worry. All right, everybody, let's take a quick look here. Here's what I did for number 8. Well, if we want to find the surface area for B, well, you're giving me singular dimensions, aren't you? They have to be squared if we're going to compare it with a surface area. So here's my A has a dimension of 10, B has a dimension of 3. Surface area of A is 880, and we don't know the surface area for B. Well, once I squared these numbers, solved the proportion, pretty straightforward, 79.2 meters squared. Number 9, looks like we got ourselves a composite solid figure here. I see a cube and half of a sphere. I have to add those 2 things together. So take a look at what I did. First, I found the volume of that sphere and cut it in half because it's only half of a sphere. 4/3 pi radius cubed. 4/3 pi, well, the radius has to be 2.5, not 5, and you got to cube that. And then we're going to cut everything in half. In the end, I got a 32.7. And what's the volume of that cube? Well, 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Add them together. There's my answer, 157.7 millimeters cubed. And finally, number 10. Small little trick to this one. I drew myself a little picture because the jar is halfway full with baby food. 24 pi was its volume, halfway filled. Right, everybody? Sorry. So, I write down my formula to find the volume of the cylinder, pi radius squared times the height. Well, if the volume of the cylinder, half of it was 24 pi, I have to double that to fill it. That'd give me 48 pi. Then I canceled my pi out on both sides of the equation, squared that radius, divided 48 by 16, and I got hole number 3. If you're close to that, everybody, you got it right. All right, great job. Hey, by the way, I got a new shirt. You guys like it? Oh, yeah. Do you get it? All right, so here we go, everybody. I think today we're going to work on 4, that's right, 4 problems of the day. Let's call this, I believe, Chapter 10, POD 2. All right, here's your first tricky one. Olson's got a bunch of stamps. Back in the old days, you could buy a whole sheet of stamps and you could tear them off individually with these little perforations. But if you keep them together as a sheet, they're worth more money. So of course I want to keep my sheet of stamps all together. Well, it's got 3 columns and 4 rows. But my stamp collecting book is 4 columns, 3 rows. That means I'd have to turn my stamp sheet sideways to make it fit in. But nobody wants to look at sideways flowers, especially me. So, how can you make this stamp sheet fit in here, making only 1 cut? And there will be no sideways stamps. I promise you, it's possible. All right, slide on down. Let's take a look at questions 2 and 3 here. All right, question 2. A baseball bat and a baseball cost $1.10 all together. If the bat costs $1 more than the ball, how much does the ball cost? Check your answer. Trickier than you think. Number 3, we got a pond that has a group of lily pads. And each day those lily pads double in size. The pond was completely covered with lily pads on day number 48. So the question is, on what day was the pond half covered with lily pads? Think about that one, everybody. And finally, let's do one more. Here's your number 4, everybody. I'm thinking about 3 positive integers. 3 positive integers. The product of those numbers, whatever they may be, is 90. The mean, I remember what that is, right? The mean of those numbers is 8. So what are those 3 numbers? A lot of guessing and checking on that one. You can do it. We're almost done. Thank you, everybody.